Hi, and welcome, and thank you for being here this Monday after Easter. A whole lot of news to cover tonight. Now, I can tell you this, just looking ahead to tomorrow night, I've got a number of indictments returned from the Johnson County grand jury. I also have some updates on some current and ongoing cases here in Mafa County and possibly elsewhere, and we'll pick all of that up on tomorrow's program. Right now, we're going to go back and get up to date on some events that took place while I was out on Friday and over the course of your weekend, and that equates to a lot of headlines. So that's where we're going to go tonight. And again, always news here on the program, and we already have a full show set for tomorrow. So let's go ahead and begin with the revelation and report that came out late last week while I was out about Pike County Circuit Judge Howard Keith Hall being federally indicted for allegedly stealing in total, counting payroll, stipend or salary and benefits associated to it, about $500,000 while in office over the span of 10 years. A federal grand jury in Lexington late Thursday afternoon indicted Pike County Circuit Judge Howard Keith Hall, who is not serving in that capacity at this time, for mail fraud and theft of government funds. The federal indictment alleges that for 10 years, starting in October of 2010, he had appointed or hired a part-time county attorney to work in his office underneath him, and that as a requirement for that position, the part-time employee, Attorney A, which is all we know of the attorney or alleged person, had to work at least 100 hours a month, would collect a salary, would collect benefits. The salary totaled just under $300,000. The benefits added another about $150,000 on to that. With the federal government saying that Hall's office paid Attorney A's private firm, and then Attorney A's private firm paid Hall back for working for them, and that there was little to zero work or hours ever actually done by Attorney A. Hall has been suspended with pay pending the investigation. And in Floyd County today, schools were closely being monitored. However, it was a situation that appears to have been diffused rather quickly after some serious threats were made, and they were able to actually take into custody an off-site student and an 18-year-old over the course of the weekend before classes were to start today under threats that he had allegedly made. He has since been arrested and arraigned. With a statement released earlier today from Superintendent Williams saying that it was yesterday morning around 10 o'clock or so that the Floyd County School District was made aware of online threats toward Floyd Central and the district at large, and through quick investigation by the Kentucky State Police and other individuals, a suspect was quickly identified, and they found that an 18-year-old virtual student they've identified as Jacob D. Johnson of Bevansville had made threatening online statements but was pretending online to be another Floyd County student who they determined was absolutely oblivious to the entire situation and completely uninvolved. It is also known that Johnson was arrested yesterday at around 11:30 p.m. last night and arraigned earlier today in Floyd County District Court before Judge Jimmy Markham. He has been formally charged with felony counts of terroristic threatening in the second degree and making bomb threats, and being held at last report on a $10,000 full cash bond, and will next appear in court on April the 30th. Now, on a storm recovery-related note, Gary McClure, Emergency Management Director for Paintsville and Johnson County, told us today that FEMA has extended its individual assistance deadline for homeowners and renters who suffered uninsured or underinsured damage to their property from the February severe storms, flooding, and straight-line winds, and now have a little more time, a few more extra weeks to apply for federal disaster assistance. FEMA has extended the application deadline to Monday, May the 25th, and FEMA assistance for individuals affected by the severe weather can cover rental assistance, temporary housing, home repairs, personal property losses, and other disaster-related needs not covered by insurance. FEMA grants as well do not have to be repaid. Courthouse notes are next.
Colin, Mockery, and Brad Sherwood, the dynamic duo from television's Whose Line Is It Anyway, are coming to town, and they're asking for trouble.
Our show is completely made up.
Prepare for a side-splitting interactive extravaganza as these improv wizards hit the stage, serving up a night of unscripted comedy gold.
It sounds like a big waste of time and a lot of money.
It is.
Don't miss Colin, Mockery, and Brad Sherwood. Catch them on Sunday, May 18th at the Mountain Arts Center. Get your tickets today at macarts.com.
My name is Don McFarland, and I have been an attorney in Eastern Kentucky for over 30 years. This is my son, Max McFarland. I'm very proud of Max. He is incredibly intelligent, a hard worker, and is graduating from law school this spring. Max will take the bar exam this summer.
We are a family and we treat our clients like family. Bigger law firms are not always better law firms. There is no substitute for experience, personal attention, wisdom, and knowing who your attorney is.
When you have any legal needs, come see us, and we will personally represent you, and we will put our experience and energy to get the results you need.
If you have been in a car wreck, injured on the job, in need of Social Security disability benefits, or have any legal needs, come see us and let us take care of you. Call us at 349-9000.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small town values.
And mom and dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars.
I believe in always finding a way to do what you love.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
There are several risk factors that may put a patient at risk for heart disease.
Especially people who have diabetes or hypertension or high cholesterol and have a family history of heart disease.
Neglecting to see a cardiologist can put you in trouble. You may develop problems that may not be reversible.
We see many people who do not have an actual diagnosis of a heart problem, but may be at risk of heart disease, and we do whatever we can to help mitigate that risk to help prevent disease in the future. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Johnson Central High School stands alone in providing the most college and career programs of study in one building throughout the entire state of Kentucky. This includes pathways in everything from the medical field to engineering, telemedia, welding, agriculture, and even aviation. And that's just to name a few of the 32 different choices. Work has also been started on a brand new state-of-the-art high school. So now is the time for your child to experience the power of opportunities in Johnson County schools.
An update on several calls of emergency, accidents, and otherwise here in Mafa County over the course of the holiday weekend. I'll get to that in just a few moments. Next, a couple of uniform citations, which give us details about two separate incidents. The first at the prison in Martin County, where a woman is accused of, as well as the inmate inside the jail, using a small child to try to smuggle contraband in. This was Saturday afternoon. The Kentucky State Police was dispatched to the jail in reference to a promoting contraband complaint. They got a call saying that this woman, allegedly a female visitor, was in possession of contraband at the prison and was being detained by the staff there. When they got there, they found standing in the lobby area the female, later identified as Shakiri Carter, with her 10-year-old daughter. Authorities at the jail advising that they came to the jail to visit an inmate identified as Anthony King, and that after the female started acting suspicious, they started to watch their behavior, and that after Carter went to the restroom with the 10-year-old girl, they came back and footage showed the inmate standing near the small child, saying that he used the child as a visual obstruction from staff and then reached into the child's pocket and got a balloon-like object out and put it in his mouth. He was detained, he was questioned, and it was determined that he needed to be transported to the hospital for further evaluation and possible removal of the object, after which both parties agreed and admitted that Carter had put about 15 Suboxone strips into a rubber glove and tied it off and brought it into the prison and was trying to smuggle it to King via the 10-year-old daughter. A search of her vehicle also found an unknown quantity of marijuana, for which she was additionally charged, including counts of promoting contraband in the first degree and endangering the welfare of a minor. While in Johnson County Saturday night, a situation that could have proven to be much more dangerous than what it was, the Sheriff's Department says they got a call from dispatch about two men trying to steal some items from a storage unit, and that the owner was there and advised that they were two people trying to get away in a green Ford Explorer pulling a trailer. The dispatcher being told that the two suspects got around the corner of the unit and struck the owner in their vehicle as they were trying to flee. All this after the owner of the storage unit, Anderson Burchett, told police that he had a trail cam set up on his storage unit, started getting notifications that someone was there in it. And by the time he got there, he tried to block the road to keep the men and suspects from leaving. and after pulling a shotgun on the suspects as they tried to leave, the driver started ramming his vehicle, and the suspect eventually took off on foot. Charged with burglary in the third and theft by unlawful taking were these two men, Dusty Hamilton and Justin Mullen, both still in the Big Sandy Jail as of this afternoon. I myself had the good fortune of spending the Easter weekend with the kids in Lexington. I actually have a little bit more to say about that in a story for tonight in just a few moments. Nevertheless, did make it just back in here for Easter morning yesterday. But it was during the course of the holiday weekend that the Mafa County Rescue Squad, law enforcement, and EMS responded to a number of calls, including the District 3 Fire Department, which had to go to a home, well, that they knew very well. A man who had served the department in the community for a number of years himself. It was Saturday that neighbors of Jacob Skaggs and his family who live at this residence heard ammunition, what they would later learn, exploding inside the home because it was on fire. The family was not at home. The two small dogs were, and Connor Risner, seen here with the District 3 Fire Department, is credited with suiting up and going in and saving the two small dogs. The home, while it was technically standing, was essentially a total loss, and everything inside, except for just a few personal effects they were able to get out before the home reignited over the course of the weekend. The family was not at home at the time. I want to stress the two small dogs were saved by the fire department and Fireman Risner. And as for the cause, it's believed to have started somewhere in the kitchen area, but the home was uninsured and considered to be, as was most all of their belongings, a total loss. In other calls of emergency, there was a side-by-side accident over the course of the weekend. Saturday evening, just before dusk, it went over the hill in the Cow Creek area, and the driver or operator was airlifted from the scene with serious injuries. This is an actual auto accident going back to last Wednesday night. The driver tried to miss a deer here, dropped off the road, and overturned a young man going to work at Dairy Queen, and refused medical treatment on scene, but I'm told may have suffered some injuries as a result. There was also a motorcycle accident over the course of the weekend. That was a dirt bike wreck on Burning Fork. A man who lost control of the bike and went off the roadway, and he was said to have suffered serious injuries as well and is still hospitalized at this time. Next, tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau Community Calendar. First, the McGoffin County Senior Citizen Center closed tomorrow, and there will be no Meals on Wheels tomorrow, but for a very good reason. It's Senior Day at Camp Nathaniel, and that's where they are heading. So again, McGoffin County Senior Citizen Center, per their program director, Marlene Howard, who told me just earlier today, will be closed tomorrow as they're all, or everyone who's making the trip, going to Camp Nathaniel. I got the annual word today from J.R. Rao about the Elk Creek Free Will Baptist Church Open Bass Tournament. Yep, this one coming up Saturday, May the 3rd. And you know how it works. $1,000 for first place, $500, $300, $200, $100 for those on down the line. They always have the big fish per hour. That's every hour. Whoever brings the biggest fish in gets $100. Excuse me. And if you have any questions, as always, call Tammy, 548-0118. One big change. They're going to blast off from Scott Creek this time, and I'm assuming that's, of course, due to all the water issues we've had. I'm assuming that, but nevertheless, it is going to be at Scott Creek this time around, anglers. I'll remind you over the next few days to come. From there, we'll go to funeral service announcements this evening, and we have been told that services will be held tomorrow at 1 for 62-year-old Barbara Wright of West Liberty, who passed away Thursday. Daughter of the late Herman and Thelma Jean Moore, she survived by her husband Johnny, son Johnny Curtis, daughters Patricia Bailey, Jennifer Dennis, and Mary Martin, brother Herman Jason Moore, sister Sandra K. Kidd, 5 grandkids and 1 great-grandchild. Funeral services will be held tomorrow at 1 from the Williams Creek Elk Fork Community Church under the care and direction of the McGoffin County Funeral Home. 69-year-old Charlie Bailey of Sagersville passed away Friday at his home. Son of the late Noah and Maxie Bailey, he survived by his wife Scarlett, daughters Lisa Bailey Watkins and Tanya Bailey Patrick, 7 grandchildren, his special lifelong friend Bo Bailey. He is preceded in death by 3 sons and several brothers and sisters. Services will be held tomorrow at 1 from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. And lastly and sadly for us here, our neighbor and friend for a long time over on Dixie Avenue, 71-year-old Anna Daniels Miller of Sayersville. She passed away on Friday. Daughter of the late Oscar and Molly Montgomery Daniels, Anna is survived by her sons, Tony Lee Howard and Douglas Dean Howard, her brother Jerry, and sisters Vonda Howard, Juanita Howard, and Avenel Daniels, Emma Howard, and 6 grandkids. She's preceded in death by her husband Ray, and services in Anna's honor are going to be held this Thursday at 1 from the Mafa County Funeral Home.
At Big Sandy Healthcare, every patient is seen as an individual deserving of respect, compassion, and top quality care. For us, it isn't about who they are or where they come from, but about the dignity and the care that they deserve. Our commitment goes beyond simply treating diseases. We tackle food insecurity, transportation problems, and other barriers many of our patients experience that hold them back from living fuller, healthier lives. At Big Sandy Healthcare, that's what sets our organization apart.
If you're getting together to cheer on the Cats and catch the NCAA tournament, do it with a big party platter from Lee's. 40 crispy, spicy buffalo wings, 8 big juicy breast strips, a dozen double dippers, and 10 fried pickle spears. Just $54.99. But if you make your best play by calling in the day before, it'll be hot, it'll be ready, and you'll save $5. Only at your Sayersville Lee's Famous Recipe. Get personal with new jewelry collections from Soul Stacks and more at the seasonal shop. With new spring arrivals every week. Arrive and hydrate in style with Brewmate's new Brew Tank and the full color collection of cups and mugs. And come smell for yourself why Tyler's glamorous detergent sprays and soaps are hard to keep in stock. And if it's Easter you're thinking about, there's all kinds of ways to stuff anyone's basket of any age at Brazier's Prater Drug Seasonal Shop in downtown Sayersville. For whatever reason, if your working days are over, don't do anything before you meet Grover. Social Security, disability, SSI, work injuries, wear and tear, and hearing loss. 888-9-GROVER. With spring comes sniffles and sneezes from that pesky fine powder from plants. Pollen, one of the worst words ever. You could try to limit your time outdoors, but that's really not an option for most of us. So talk to the pharmacist at Parkway Pharmacy and make a plan for personalized solutions for allergy and asthma relief today. One name, one call, one ultimate solution to your heating and cooling, sales, 24-hour service, and installation for home, commercial, boilers, chillers, and VRF systems. With over 15 years of experience and now based right here in the viewing area, Ultimate Air. 496-6650. SMB is proud to stand with you with what might be your very first and definitely last checking, savings, retirement, even Christmas Club account, along with consumer, auto, mortgage, business loans that you can easily manage from anywhere in the world with safe, secure mobile and online banking that comes from over 120 years of commitment to your financial life and well-being, today, tomorrow, and forever. Sayersville National. And I'm going to have to leave a little bit more on the table tonight than was planned because of, well, it's just Monday, and that's just how Mondays work, and my apologies. I'll get that news included in tomorrow's program as we'll go ahead and go right to your 7-day and see what this new week has to offer. Well, tonight, mostly cloudy skies, a 30% chance of showers. We saw some good ones earlier, and we do have a 30% chance of a few more showers over the course of the rest of your Monday. Temperatures right around 54. I mean, we topped out at 75 today. We're right still close to 70 right now. And again, 54 is where we should fall down. Winds out of the southwest, 5 to 0. And again, only a 30% chance of some showers and thunderstorms up before 10 or so. And that'll pretty much sum it up for a few days. Patchy fog in the morning, partly sunny. Low 70s for your Tuesday. Nice, clear, calm, dry. All the good words. Partly cloudy tomorrow night, lows in the upper 40s. Wednesday, sunny, pushing 80. Nice day, midweek, calm winds, calm conditions. Nice. 53 for your low Wednesday night. That'll set us up for the stage on Thursday, where change does cometh. 76 for your Thursday. We'll see partly sunny skies and then about a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms starting to develop in the early afternoon. That'll wane to 30% by Thursday night. Obviously, the temperature gradient 76 for your high, 57 for your low. Shower chances ramp up for your Friday, sad to say. Partly sunny, a 70% chance of showers and thunderstorms still in the upper 70s. Shower chances still cranking out Saturday with a 60% chance of some showers and thunderstorms. Lower 70s as a result of the cloud cover and the potential showers lingering. 46 for nighttime lows, not near as mild as Friday night going to your Saturday night. Latter half of your weekend improving. 74, mostly sunny and a very slight, and I'm just kind of including that in there as a technicality, 10% chance of some lingering showers into the latter half of your weekend. And for Monday, 78, mostly sunny, and a 30% chance of showers and maybe a few thunderstorms associated with that. So not the absolute smoothest of forecasts, but this is a good one. This is an improvement, and it's relatively calm as far as any severe weather or severe storms are concerned. And we'll go with that for now and hope that it stays that way. Definitely some nice days in there in the mix. And that's it for the show tonight, but not for myself. The Sangersville City Council meets tonight in regular session around 7:30 or so. I'll have a camera and a report to follow, and again, a number of updates and some other new news on tomorrow's program as we go through what appears to be a long list of Johnson County indictments returned. I'll see you then. Good night, and thanks for watching.